Howdy, y'all. Welcome back. I feel like I need to say something other than those collection of words that we started with. Right now, I'm kind of dealing with a conundrum. I don't know what happened. Turned my PlayStation off as normal. Got up, turned it on today, and it's doing this whole black screen shit. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube that I thought was kind of guiding me in the right path of like why the fuck it's doing this, but one of it said like a soft reset or like a hard reset. Leave the thing out for a minute. Unplug the HDMI and the power cable for 1 minute. And I did that already. And it showed something on the screen that said like repairing or whatever. And I went to the bathroom, came back, and then the screen was black again. I don't know why that happened. It's kind of a bummer because I was I don't know if I was gonna jump into the new GTA DLC yet, but there was a couple things I was gonna jump into before we went to NXT tonight. I'm gonna be fucking ripped at that show tonight. I'm kind of stoked too because it's been a minute since I've been to an NXT taping. They're doing double. They're taping this week and I guess next week's show tomorrow. Holidays and all that shit, I guess, or whatever. But so I'm gonna go tonight, go tomorrow. And hopefully by like fucking Thursday or Friday, I'll be starting my new job and okay. So we left it out for a minute and turned it on. Okay, so this is what it did last time. I didn't see what happened after this. Oh, okay. So I guess it did restart, but it's gotta be. I don't. I don't understand, dude. It's really frustrating, man, because it's not like I bought this fucking used from some Chinese communist down the fucking alleyway. Like, it's a brand new console that I got. I could be specific and say like 374 days ago, because it was like around that time. I know it was in November and it was of last year. I shouldn't be having any issues with it at all right now. Fucking sucks, dude. Alright, so I'm gonna try the other thing. This is up the control. Control in. Think like, oh well, it's the TV. Like, it's not the fucking TV because we saw that it wasn't the TV. Make it make sense, man. Maybe I need to unplug it from the. I don't think that makes a difference where it gets unplugged from. Man, it's not like the end of the world if it's like that. It's, it is fixable, but it's just another kink in the chain, man. That seems to be like a constant, like, everyday kind of like, haha, faggot, I told you. Because I knew it. I knew something was gonna happen because life has been way too good for too long for something to not happen, right? And I'd rather it be something like this than something fucking catastrophic, Because really, at the end of the day, it's just a fucking gaming system. It's not like there are definitely far worse fucking things in the world to complain about. That's for sure. I kind of wish fucking Buzzkill understood that too, because a fucking broad looks for shit to complain about every day. And then when I comment on why the fuck you're complaining about everything, oh, well, I can. Yeah, I know you can, but like, why the fuck do you choose to be negative and miserable all the time? That shit's beyond me. Personally, I don't give a fuck because it doesn't affect me, not in the slightest. Because I'm still in a good mood. I'm still positive, and if that bitch wants to live a chasm of negativity, that's on her. I tried to help, tried to change things in her mentality, tried to make her understand why things are thought the way they're thought. It's like talking to a fucking brick shit house. It Damn, this is such a bummer. I didn't want to be dealing with this today. Well, obviously, nobody ever wants to be dealing with shit like this, but more particularly today, because I don't have all this time to be fucking dealing with this, because I gotta leave in a couple hours, so. Man. I'm just gonna unplug every single thing that's plugged into it right now. And what we're gonna do is it's time to get fucking high, because not in the mood to not be high, I guess. I gotta put a little hat on or something, because that ain't gonna work. Man. Got one rolled up, ready to go. It's coconut cream is the wrap flavor on this one. Oh, hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Are you coming out here? Oh man. Such a bummer. That's kind of how we're starting this morning off. But it's all good. It's crazy because like the old me, like the version of me before March of last year would have like just went ballistic and pissed, fucking raged, pissed off. Here, let me get that piece of wood. Okay, can I move this? I know, huh? Feels nice out. It was a little more chilly yesterday, which I was kind of planning my outfit for today based on yesterday's weather, which was kind of stupid. So we might alter that a little bit. So when we get back in, we're gonna. Oh, I'm real proud of myself. I had piles of laundry. Like, it was literally 5 loads of laundry I had last night. I did between my blankets and all the clothes I had that were just like needing to be washed.
That's what I used to see.
So that was nice. I just didn't have enough increments on my fucking laundry. I don't know if you saw the video I did a couple months ago of me doing laundry. It was just kind of like a showcase of like what a lot of people do with like these shitty ass like apartment complexes. And my point of it was kind of to show like kind of the strain it does on your mental health to like have to fucking load laundry from like A to B. And last night was a case of that. Last night was, so I went to the laundry closest to my shit that I normally go to. And there was somebody doing their laundry in there. Which that's not a big deal, but there was only one washer open and I had a lot of shit to do, so I was like, I'm not gonna do this one at a time and like wait and be up all night. I was up all night anyway doing it, but it would have been longer obviously if I did it like load by like that. But So I'm gonna I might show you the whole journey later, from like my front door to the laundry. But anyway, so the one I get to, it was full, and I, instead of like old me would have been like, fuck it, I'm not doing it, I don't care, I'll do it, I'll put it off another week. I was like, fuck it, there's another laundromat on the other side of the complex. So I had my shit lugged up, carried my shit all the way from that one all the way around to the other one. So it was a good like 6-minute trek. It might anywhere from like 5 to 8 minutes to go from there to, I mean, that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're carrying a big ass fucking laundry basket full of shit up and down like the thing. But it needed to be done, so I just kind of was like, we'll go to the other one, we'll do it, just get it done, because I'm tired of looking at it. Like, also too, like, some shit starts smelling funky once it's like dirty and sits there for too long. Drawers and shit, old drawers and socks and shit start smelling fucking sus. So it makes the room smell funky. It's just like a whole process, you know. So, then yesterday, I was standing on business 10 toes deep. I woke up and I turned the game on and I was like playing, and then something like overruled like that decision inside of me and like just turned the game off and like told myself, I was like, hey, you got to get laundry done, you got to go to the store and do this, you got to da-da-da-da, put the game down. And I put the game down and went and did it, and I was like, damn, it's crazy how life works when you just like do it. Like, you just do it. I know that's cliche and it sounds like kind of goofy, but like, I've argued with myself on doing shit before, like, that I didn't want to do, like, and I hopefully I'm not the only one that deals with this shit, like this internal dialogue that you fight with, like literally fight with. Because I'll have an idea, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then inner dialogue like overlap, like, are you sure, you motherfucker? Like, I don't know. That's another conversation for another video about all that, like what's going on up there with that, but. I thought I heard the ice cream truck. But back to that, so the inner dialogue thing. There's been times in my life where I had this little conversation with myself about, it doesn't matter what it is, any topic, anything, any action that I needed to take care of, you go to the DMV, I put that shit off, you know, da-da-da-da, whatever. Anything that I need to do, I have this inner dialogue and be like, arguing with myself about the importance or lack of importance of a thing, or like the laundry situation. There'd be a lot of times where it'd be like, go do your laundry, and then the other side would be like, nah, like, you're good, you still got enough to, like, you're not out yet. And then other side would be like, yeah, but if you do it now, it's not going to be a minute later. You're like, well, I don't want to do it now. Okay, buddy, well, you'll see, right? And then I stopped fighting that shit. Like, I stopped fighting the inner dialogue. Like, if something tries to like override some shit I'm doing, alright. And to be able to put myself in motion and just to like, cause it's dumb. Another example, like something that takes 30 seconds, like, oh, put the dish. That's okay. I'll say 2 minutes. Something takes 2 minutes. It's not a long. That's really not a long time when you break it down. You know it needs to get done, right? But instead of taking 2 minutes to do this task, you spend 5 minutes arguing with yourself about if you want to do it or not. And saying that out loud, like, that shit sounds retarded as fuck, right? Like, what? You know? And once I started hearing this shit out loud, And I was like, oh, this makes sense. Wait, I ain't got no followers on here no more? That's weird. I don't know. I fucking fried like sweet southern apple pie, baby. That's perfect. I think I'm so, I don't going all over the place, but my fucking brain's in a whirlwind again. But if you're like that too, and you have like these internal dialogues that you try to fight against, or if you're like a procrastinator, stop fucking being like that, bro, because 9 out of 10 times, the time you spend bitching about like not wanting to do something, you can get it the fuck done and get it over with and be done with it and forget about it in that amount of time that you would spend not wanting to do it. It sounds like really easy and really stupid, but I was doing that shit for so long. Like, my brain was just wired. I guess it wasn't like the crosswired or some shit, bro. I don't know what you want to call it. But it was some bullshit. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Dude, and my musical fucking... This sounds pretty crazy too, but I really believe it because... Okay, let me backtrack. So, I've always been like musically inclined, and like always wanted to play music and like make music and stuff like that. I had a chance in 2016 and like a couple years prior with one of my really good friends named Jordan, and his he's from Arkansas. And we were both like really we had the ideas, but our head was not in the right space. Like he's a great vocalist. I mean, he had a lot of good ideas on the music and like on the words and shit too. And we were bringing that shit together. And it was just like a time in both of our lives where like we felt like I mean, a lot of people do every day. Like they just was like we just felt worthless and it was like wasting our time and like. It's like, oh, well, why are we going to make music? Nobody cares about us anyway. Nobody wants to hear our music. Like, nobody's going to come see our shows or, like, nobody da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, with that attitude, that's going to be the fucking thing. So we got ourselves, like, in this, like, fucking deep chasm of depression and just kept watching our life, like, kind of just slide by us. And then drifted apart, not like in a, just life happens and kind of he's doing his thing and I was doing my thing and music kind of fell in the background. And so then we fast forward, I moved to Colorado Springs, and I'm gonna do like a layout, like throw my whole life story on a video one day, like start to end. I'm gonna have it written down, stuff I want to talk about, so it's in order and like I stay focused and all that shit. Don't forget what I'm trying to talk about. But anyway, so I'm in Colorado Springs and I start working at this place and I meet two dudes that changed my life forever. One of them was named Jordan again, and Jaron, the other one. Both super talented, musically like sharp, and like Jaron doing shows. I think Jordan was too. I think he'd done some shows too. But anyway, I get like the universe links me up with these guys, and like we link, like we're cool with each other, like oh fuck, like this dude's funny, like whatever type shit. And we ended up kicking it, smoking, whatever. Went through another fucking stupid ass went through like a really fucking sick breakup with, and then like again, just like my mental health just, it was never where it needed to be, but I thought it was, and then it kept getting worse until it actually got adjusted and corrected. But downhill slide, man, I lost everything. Like shortly after, like me and her broke up, I went homeless, and I was living in my charter for a couple weeks. And then those two dudes I was telling you about, they offered me a place to crash, and like I'm forever grateful for that shit, man. But I owe Jaron my life now, because we're gonna get to Jordan. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple years ago, and it sucked because I wasn't able to make the funeral because I had like just barely moved to Florida, and like I just like didn't have the money, like financially there was no like way I could make it happen, and that was still like, it was kind of like another deep kind of slide toward like every time I thought I'd hit rock bottom, I kind of kept like sliding a little deeper, and then once that shit happened in March, that all that whole shit that I don't know if I've really talked about it really too much, but the short version is I was going through this mental resurgence, and I've been studying the like law of attraction and like shit like that for years. And finally, March of this year, all of everything I had learned and was like taking in was all coming together, and then I was starting to see like new videos with new information that like just kind of solidified some questions, like just kind of some filled in the blanks, I guess you could say, in some areas where I was like, okay, this makes sense, but I'm not doing, like, something's not working right because whatever. And then all this combined with a lack of sleep because I'm studying, and I'm at this point come March, I'm like super excited to be alive, and which is weird, right? Because like for anybody that knew me for up until that point, like I'm always like talking about like wanting to blow my brains out and just like not really joyous or happy or appreciative, or like just kind of like a negative piece of energy just kind of floating through the room. So I'll come into work that day in a great mood, like the best mood ever, and I just start kind of talking about some of that shit with one of my coworkers, and I'm early also to work, which was weird. So in the manager's mind so far, he's got red flags. His red flags are up because I'm acting different, and I show up early to work. I'm usually a couple minutes late or on time. It just is what it is. And they got used to that. So I'm early, I'm talking to him, and he comes over and he tries to say something. He says something stupid to me, and I don't remember exactly what it was that made me like kind of like, all right, I'm gonna go outside. But I was like, okay, I'll be back. Like I don't clock in for another 15 minutes. I go outside. He follows me outside, and he starts asking me a bunch of fucking stupid questions. Like, "Are you okay, bud? Are you on something? Do you need to take the day off?" I'm like, maybe my eyes probably were fucked up because I didn't sleep. And I get it. Like I'm acting a little different, so it's understandable. He, I guess, is concerned and has these questions for me, right? But I'm like, I'm not on anything. I'm the same shit I'm always on, right? This and this is like, and by that point, I'd already been going to work. It's fucked up. Like, I went to work fucked up X amount of times, pretty much all the time. So it was like a common thing. So it was just kind of like, oh, of all the times I actually was on something, you're like, now you're gonna. Okay. Anyway, so I overlooked that. And then he just kept asking me dumb questions. And it led to a point of me being just like, alright, like, fuck this, dude. Like, I'm gonna go home. You obviously don't want me here today. Like, um, you know, whatever, you think something's wrong. I'm literally explaining clear with fucking words exactly the situation. Like, yo, I feel great, man. I went through this mental transformation. Um, I'm happy to be alive for the first time, and da 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 da. And he's just still looking at me like he just thinks I fucking just hit the crack pipe hard as fuck out in the parking lot, and then came. And it's like, dude, all right, whatever. So mind you, I said I have a whip, and I don't think I was in a position to where I could like Uber home, because I was like, well, I'm not getting paid today, so like now I gotta kind of some things are gonna change in my finances or whatever, right? So I'm walking, and Dickbag decides to call the police to do a wellness check on me. And this is where everything went from fucking 0 to like -0. Like the biggest like womp 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 moment ever. So, all fucking Johnny Hard Dick and Detective Dumbass. Nah, I don't think he wasn't a detective. Just two fucking city cops that just, there were those that think they got all the citizens by the dick. So, anyway, they pull up, and I'm walking, and I hear like a hey a couple times. So I stop and I look, and I'm like, I see them. I'm like, I knew they were coming up, but like I didn't realize they were like stopping to talk to me. I saw them like kind of stop, but like nothing in my mind registered that they were gonna come over and say anything to me, because like I did. Okay, like what? And then they start questioning me. He's like, first thing he asked, he's like, do you have your ID on you? I was like, I do, but I don't need to show it to you because I haven't done anything. He's like, well, I just want to confirm you're so and so, and sent to do a wellness check, and it's like, okay, that's fine, but I'm not gonna give you my ID because, like I said, I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm gonna tell you right now, like I told him, I'm straight, I'm good, so leave me the fuck alone. And they start still asking me questions. And I'm like extremely pissed off because my whole day is ruined. I'm not getting to make money that day, and now the fucking cops are talking to me for what? For what, dude? For no reason. Like, so I'm on the sidewalk, and there's 2 lanes of traffic. There's no cars coming, but I'm hearing. Oh, it's some nice weather today. Compared to yesterday, it was chilly. But I stayed on the sidewalk. The cars are back, like 2 blocks at the stoplight. The light's red. I decide I don't want to hear these motherfuckers. So the manager called and did a wellness Okay, so the brief recap from, I don't know where you tuned in, but I was having a conversation with my manager at the time that he thought I was like on a bunch of shit and like was just off in the head because I had this like mental resurgence and was starting to see life good and being appreciative and da 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 da. That led to him calling the cops to do a wellness check on me. So they come, they talk to me, and trying to ask me for my ID and shit. I don't need to give it to them because I haven't broken any laws. I'm not, you know, whatever. They didn't like that I knew my rights to not. Because a lot of people will just, oh, yes, officer, and fold over and just give them their ID. Dude, fuck you, dude. Fuck 12. If I'm not doing, like, I know my rights as an American citizen. If I'm not doing shit, you're not gonna fuck with me. Leave me alone. And so I was telling them that. Also, I'm getting intense because I'm upset. I'm, like, pissed off that I'm dealing with this shit right now. And they're making it worse by just fucking being stupid, asking me dumb questions. And so I'm on the sidewalk. 2 lanes of traffic, like I said, the block, you know, a block or so back, it's at a red light. I'm done with this shit. I tell them, I said, I'm done with you guys. I take a left and I walk across the road. And and they started following me. They said, hey, why are you running into traffic? And then that sentence escalated it further because I corrected them again. I said, I'm not fucking running into traffic. I walked across the street because I told you fuckers I'm done with the conversation and y'all are still fucking with me. So now we've crossed the street and they are thinking I'm fucking crazy. I'm getting loud, I'm getting intense. So they decide they want to fucking try to put their fucking paws on me. I'm like, don't fucking touch me, bud. And that ended up getting, I don't know if this, I need to look into this because I don't know if this is a thing in other states. But they did this thing called the Baker Act to me where, like, if they think I'm crazy, then they're going to throw my ass in the nut house for 3 days to see if I'm fucking crazy or not. And I have one video clip. I might have another one or two. I know I have one for sure in my phone. I'll post it on the YouTube when I'm like fully over all of this shit. It's kind of funny now looking back at it, so it's probably gonna be sooner than later. But it's where I'm in the you know, the back of the car. I'm able to get my fucking maneuver my phone out and get a video, and I'm like screaming, hollering, acting fool. So now we're in the back of the car, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm like upset, and I'm like upset and ain't like fiercely angry, like the most angry I've ever been. And I start saying crazy shit to the cop, like stuff that actually to this day I still don't feel bad for at all. I was saying shit to him like, I hope your daughter gets raped, and I hope your mother gets like smashed in the head with a cement brick, and just, it's like, you think I'm crazy? Y'all trying to make me feel crazy when I know I'm not. I will fucking show y'all crazy. So I started acting a fool because I already know I'm going somewhere. Like, I don't know where yet at the time. Okay, but lo and behold, we end up at the nut house. And that was one of the worst moments of my life. At the very time it happened, and like dealing with that shit in the immediate couple weeks after, it was like horrible, super traumatic. And then I saw Skinny Puppy in concert, like 11 days after that happened, so everything kind of started getting better again. But I learned really quick. I told y'all fuckers, I don't belong there. I'm not crazy. Y'all think I'm crazy? I'm not. And hell, and to be fair, for a long time I was even on the fence. Like, am I crazy? Like, no, I'm not. Like, y'all fuck. And then I get in there. The only so the pros and cons. The pros, for the first time in my life, I had a very strict schedule. Three meals a day at the exact time, at the same time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I was able. They always had movies. They had one TV, maybe, was it 3? I think it was one on each side, like the girls' side and the boys' side. And mind you, they're all in the same congregation room, but everybody, there's a bunch of 4 of the nurses or whatever watching everybody, so it's not nobody's. They're segregated over here. They're segregated over here. But and sleep. For the first time up to that point, I was not sleeping at all, hardly. That particular day, I was on hour 28, 29, something like that, and I was going to go to work on no sleep like that. So that, in a sense, was good, because I know I wouldn't have been my best, and I would have got to work and probably would have after a couple hours been bitching and complaining oh fuck, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm ready to go home, and whatever, and probably get snippy and short with people, whatever, but and again, the sleep, let's get back to that. That was the first thing I encountered, because, mind you, I'm still in the fucking, I'm going bananas on these people because I'm fucking upset. I don't know where I'm at. I'm screaming and not just being loud with everything I'm saying. What the fuck are y'all doing? I'm trying to tell y'all I don't need to be here. Da 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 da. Dude came in with the fucking needle of whatever the fuck was in it. Zipped my ass. And then I was next thing I know, I'm waking up. I'm damn. I don't know how long I was out for. I was a good sleep. And the other 2 nights there, I slept really well. Now the cons. I wasn't supposed to be there. And then because of that altercation, my manager found a loophole to get rid of me. So he first tried to do a no-call, no-show, but and then it's so, the dude's so petty, and honestly, if I run across him ever, he moved all the way across the country for another position. I don't think I know it had nothing to do with me, but if I ever cross him, I'll probably run the fade on sight on his ass. There's not many people in this world that I would just walk up and just start throwing hands on, but that motherfucker is one of them. Because he ruined my life. I don't want to say ruined. At the time, he ruined my life. And it ended up not being the worst thing that ever happened to me, because I met some cool people after that, but at the time, I I didn't want to leave the restaurant I was at. I was making good money. I had a set schedule. I was working 6 days a week, same time, every day. I was making a lot of money. I met 4 wrestlers, all of like a year and some change. Braun Breaker, William Regal, Road Dogg, and JBL. I got pictures with 2 of them. Because when I met Braun Breaker, it was the first time that happened, and I was like, oh my god, I was like blown away by that, and I didn't know how to ask for a picture or whatever. But back to the nut house. So there was one more pro. The people that did need to be in there were very entertaining. There was this I'm gonna write a book about my time alone just in there, just some of the characters I encountered, just that whole experience. I'm gonna write. I think I've got a best-selling book out of that. But I don't know if she was like Haitian or Jamaican or something, and I don't mean that like in a racist way, but she was talking in like a weird accent, and I don't mean that like a racist or weird way, but it didn't sound like any Jamaican or Haitian accent I'd ever heard. So I'm like, I don't know if this bitch is like being sus, or if she's faking that, or if maybe that's some dialect from somewhere I've never like been like, experienced around, or like, whatever, like, shown to or whatever. And she's loud as fuck the whole time in there, and she's just like yelling in that with this weird little accent, talking about the devil, oh, the devil. And then there's this other like emo. She was like this Nuzzles like scene girl that had a bunch of stuff on her wrist and stuff, and you could tell it was like her first time at the Nut House. It was my first time at the Nut House too, but like I took it for what it was. I didn't I made that was like during those 3 days is when I realized moving forward I'm going to make the best of every situation. I make everything better than what my life was previously to that moment in time, where I was just complacent and just happy to be there. And so anyway, she's like, I don't know if she seemed like maybe her parents told her put her there or something, because she was just acting real sussed out and kind of frightened, like she was afraid of everybody in there, or and to be fair, there some kind of if you're not familiar with these kind of people and you're exposed to a big group of them, it is kind of whoa. There's this big black dude, big buff black dude, just talking about God and Jesus and shit. He's like, this is the time I turned my life around, man. He's like, I've been in and out of jail so many times, and now I ended up here. He's like, this is the time that I turned my life around. And I'm like, damn, you right, brother, you right, man. They gave me, on the way out too, so they gave me a release saying where I was for the 3 days that I was gone, because they took my shit. I didn't have access to my phone. I wasn't able to call anybody, so the person that I lived with thought I was dead. My work took me as no call, no show. Anyway, gave me the papers. Paper said I'm straight, I'm good to go, I don't need to be here. I was evaluated, I'm good. I'm good to come back to work. So I took it back to work, and because of like how like crazy I got with the manager, he's being petty and didn't want me to come back, and he's buddies with like the manager that's like higher up above him, so he was like, yeah, well, he was all hopped up and like didn't come in to work for 2 days. Well, he doesn't know any difference because he's gonna take his word over. He's gonna take his manager's word over some fucking tattooed convict looking motherfucker every time. That's just the way it is. It's not right, but that is a discrimination that I've like faced a lot in my life since I've been getting like heavily tattooed, is because they feel threatened by you, by your presence, and they're like, oh, well, we're gonna eliminate you. So they wouldn't let me come back, and then so I had to start my life over. And in a way, at the time, I was like really upset, and I wasn't looking at it like this until like kind of I was there for a little bit. The fucking grimy chicken joint I worked at for like 6 or 7 months was actually one of the, like, I needed that. Like, I needed that experience of working in like a sports bar that had live music and like events and like a couple cool people that I met that like I may be friends with throughout like further, time. I don't know. Like I don't care if we are or not. Like, we were cool while we were there, and like we all got our own lives, so like I understand, like, if you don't talk or whatever, but so, and then so I tried to go back recently because homeboy left. That was a no-go. But again, not a big deal, because every door it closes, I'm here to kick another one in. So that was what we did. We kicked another door in. I'm waiting on my background check to come back from, I don't know how long that shit takes. She told me to text her when I finished my shit, sent me the job offer, signed it, and then now I guess I'm just waiting on like orientation to start, which could be anywhere from like 2 to 5 days, which I'm good. I'm ready, but I'm just ready to get back because it's been, what's today? Looking at my shit like my watch is on. It's like the 11th. Damn, it's been like 2 weeks, maybe a couple days more. So that. Yikes. Let's spread. All right. Hello, Husky. All right, so I need to see. I ain't got time for all that shit right now. Don't bother me with that. So the fucking PlayStation was not working earlier. I unplugged everything that was plugged into it while we were outside. Okay, let's hope this works. Okay. So this is what it did last time, and then it didn't. Dude, I don't know why this happened, but if I can't get it situated soon, I'm gonna be really frustrated. That's for sure. Uh-oh. It's not a good sign. I don't know, man. I don't know, and that's bothering me, like why this is happening right now. Oh, yikes. Maybe. I don't know. Like I don't like nothing that I'm gonna do is gonna make a difference. But like I don't know what causes this shit to happen with fucking. I was saying earlier. It's not like this is a fucking 30-year-old console. It's not like I'm plugging in a Sega Genesis right now. Like this thing is less than a calendar year old. Like what? Am I fucking retarded or what? And this is. Man. This is not what I want to be dealing with right now. Still black screen. This is horrible. I gotta see if I can get this figured out, man. Because I'm. We'll get to it.
A few people actually messaged me and told me they had some errors where
works on how you can essentially do this, and I'm going to show you how. The first is if you have another TV, you can actually connect your PlayStation 5 to that. I know not a lot of people normally do, so I'm going to always try that first, and then it should theoretically work on another TV. But if that doesn't work, what you're going to have to do is obviously ensure the PlayStation 5 is turned off completely, and once you confirm that, click into the power button and hold on to it for about 5 to 8 seconds until you hear 2 beeps. You heard 1 beep, we're going to hear 1 more, we're going to let go. Alright, you heard the second beep, and now we are letting go. What we're doing is we're going into safe. And in safe mode, okay, so that's where I fucked up earlier is I hold up, dick face. Okay. God damn it. There's always something. Alright. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. PS5 with the USB-C. As you can see, it says it as well. And we are in here now. So now in here, we're going to play around with the change video output section. So you can change the HDCP mode. You can make it either automatic or the 1.4. But the one we're going to be focusing on is change resolution. We're going to go here and press basically OK. And it's going to change the resolution. So you're going to see over here, we're going to kind of go into that screen. It's going to pop up. And I'm going to show you what settings to make over here to ensure it works with your TV or monitor. Now this is going to vary based off of you as the person or the individual who is doing this. So what that means is basically once you get to this screen, you have to know what your TV is capable of outputting. It'll to a certain degree already tell you, and it's almost always best to just straight up do automatic. But let's say you tried this and it still didn't work. Let's say you pressed automatic, and you pressed automatic and it doesn't go to the next. Wait a minute. Hold up now, because that's not what mine did. Let's see. Dog, what? Okay. Hold up. You back in business? Oh. Okay, automatic. Automatic. Okay. Oh no. It's not that sound. Dude. I don't think that did it. No! Oh. Fuck, man. Dude. Okay. Why? Alright. Maybe it needs to be cleaned on the... That should have nothing to do with it because it came on though. I don't know.